G'day, welcome back to Transport Fever 2. I'm Stephen Spry and today we're talking Horse Enomics. That's right, Horse Enomics or Horse Economics. And why? Well, these guys have been wandering around here, all 347 of them have been serving the company faithfully for almost 20 years. It's December 20, 1869. And maybe the board is thinking, yeah, come on, they're looking a bit sad and sorry. Maybe it's time to replace them with better, newer technology. Well, we don't quite have that yet. But, hey, it was a great idea. Why don't we have it yet? Well, that's because the date's been paused. So what we're going to do is we'll just speed the date up a little bit so that we can kick over to 1870. And our new horses and carts will become available, and we'll play some economics, line rating type maths. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. But while we do that, while we wait for that to happen, there were a couple of line rates that I needed to fix up. Firstly, this guy, he's, look, ignore the 641. Jeez, what? What I do know is that I need to sell one of these vehicles to get the line rate down closer to the 400 that it needs to be for the coal and the ore. So that's the first step, and you can see it's been reflected. Yeah, trust me, it was needed. Now over here, we've got another problem that we'll deal with. Firstly, there's lots of machines sitting here waiting, and the simplest thing to do now, I think, I'm going to double the number of trains on this particular route. Why double? Well, one of the things they pick up is way over here. Oh, here we go. Horse-drawn carriage. Good. Okay, let's freeze the date again, thank you. Beautiful, we'll look at you in a sec. Horse Enomics. Over here, these, look at all this food. Look at all this food that's waiting here on the return trip for these guys. And 2 trains just isn't going to cut it. So, we'll try 4. Why not? That should take care of the backlog at both ends. Now, Horse Enomics. What's going on here? Well, let's take this line here. Quite simple. It's our first line that we set up. It's got a current rate of 203. But the trouble is, if you want to upgrade these 42 vehicles to the new European covered horse-drawn carriage as opposed to the old, yeah, we've got it. How many do you get? Well, you can take a rough guess and say, well, there's 42. These go a little bit faster and they have a bit more capacity, so 35 maybe. Well, look, let's eliminate the guesswork. Oh, yes. Yes, let's eliminate the guesswork and bring up a spreadsheet. What the? Oh, this is amazing stuff. What we've got here is all the truck routes, horse and cart routes that are in place at the moment, and their current line rates and the number of vehicles that are used. Now, we need to work out all sorts of statistics in this game, but basically let's think in terms of the new capacity for our vehicles, the new vehicles. The old one could take 4, the new one can take 5, which is a 1 1/4 increase. Got that? Good. So how do we work out how many vehicles we need just based on that? Well, it's quite simple. Yeah, easy stuff. Look, I take the current line rate, which is 204, and divide that by with brackets, because everyone knows that brackets means we do this calculation first here, which is the rate per vehicle of 4.8 times the N cap. What the frick's the N cap? Well, that's the new capacity. So it's the old rate per vehicle at the new capacity into the line rate equals 42 down to 33.6 vehicles. Marvellous. I don't know how we get 0.6 of a horse, but maybe we'll just down or up depending. Now the other factor that comes into play here is the speed. And the speed is quite simple too. It's the old speed divided by the new speed. Now the old speed was 18k, the new speed's 20k, and the old speed is 90% of the new speed. So we multiply this figure here by 0.9 and we end up with 30 and a quarter horses. Simple! Don't believe me? Alright, 30 and a quarter horses. Let's do it on this line here. We'll just fix this up. The simplest way of doing it is manage vehicles. 30 and a quarter horses. Let's make that 31. So we need to kill 11 vehicles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's random because I don't know what these vehicles are carrying, but anyway, I'm going to hit pause. No, I'm not. So now I'm hitting pause. That was great. Okay, 11 vehicles. Let's sell them. Yes. Cool. Select the rest. And upgrade. Ooh, what? 9 million bucks? Oh, dear, oh dear. Is the board ready for this? I'm going to spend quite a bit of money, but what the heck? Does it work? That's the question. Okay, so, yeah, new line rate was 204. And we'll need to let this run in for a little bit because 187 is not the correct figure, obviously. And it's going to take a while. Let's speed it up 4 times. It was 204. It needs to be around 204. We've made adjustments for the size of the load and the speed. The top speed, that is. I don't know what the average speed is because who does? Alright. Well, while we're waiting to see if that makes a difference, we'll go back over to the numbers and we'll look at all the others, and I'll do a clever little spreadsheet trick here. I'm going to paste those formulas and the rates and all of that sort of stuff down to all the other routes that are there, and let's have a look at the total, all the totals. Okay, we had 347 to start with at the old horses. Now our current maintenance cost for that many horses is 1.3.81 million per annum. If we just changed all the lines to include horses based on carrying capacity, we've reduced 347 down to 278, which is 1.508. That's more than what we had over there. Oh, good one. Good one, good one. But, factor in the speed change, we now have 250 horses all up, and that's a grand total of, fill in this final column, and we'll get the grand total, because you didn't do that. The grand total of 1.357. We've saved, wow, 20 grand a year by spending 8 million bucks. Yeah, okay, alright, we're going to spend a lot of money. We're going to spend $8 million. I'm going to do all of those. We're going to make all of those adjustments. I'm going to do them off camera because, well, I might do. There's a couple that are a problem. These two, the stone and food one, that needs to be adjusted because it's not quite right. And the fuel into New Milton also needs to be adjusted because it's not quite right either. But I'll do all of those changes off camera. I think there's no point in me boring you. I've shown you how to do it with one. And did it work with that one? Well, let's hit the pause button. And, ooh, 215. Okay, it's a bit higher than what I had. So, how's our backlog? Maybe we'll just hit go again. Keep going for a sec. Grain food to Loughton. There's no great backlog to speak of. 216. I could probably kill a vehicle, I think. I mean, sell a horse. Kill a vehicle. Goodness me. Okay, well, 217. We'll let that drop down. That's closer to what I had to start with. Terrific. Right. Oh, speaking of money, let's hit pause again. We're floating around the 100 million mark, which is pretty cool. What I'm going to do is, I'll stuff it. We're not going to borrow any more money. No way in the world are we going to borrow any more money because, well, I'm aiming for penny pincher and I'm a tight A, so no more loans. No more loans. Good. Now, why did I do that? Well, we'll go back to play again now, thank you. The moment this clicks over here to, where are we? 97. Oh, the moment it clicks over to $100 million without debt, without a loan, I get another achievement. Yes, I'm really chasing these, aren't I? It's the transport a shark achievement. 100 million with no debt. And because, hey, I'm in hard mode, it's going to be the transport shark hard mode achievement. Oh, yes. I tell you what. Alright, how have our changes made any difference down here with this bottom one? Oh, good, even more. I don't think the game's been running long enough to make a difference. But look, these numbers over here, you know, you're going to spend $8-9 million on upgrading these horses, and this is the quickest way to determine how many you actually need. So I'll just do, what's the other one? Stone. This is a good one, the Stone to Devizes Conmat plant. There's 21 there at the moment. We need 15.12. Let's just do a quickie on that, just to give you another demonstration. Go away. How many did I need? 15.12. 201 managed vehicles. 15.12. Okay, so that means sell. Maybe we should just go up to 16, so we'll sell 5. Thank you. Ooh, and quickly get all of these. I should be paused, but what the heck? Replace. Boom. We need this to get back up to 200. You will. You will. I know you will, because the maths, the line maths is there. This could be interesting. It's not quite accurate at the moment because there's, well, actually there's not that much waiting, is there? We're carrying food to Ashby. 44. 44, so our line rate should be, well, it's 444. According to that, it's just what it needs to be. So, okay, this time I'll hit pause. Where were we? Stone food, 82 down to 59. 82. Follow all the calculations, 59 horses. Now these are the oldest ones that we've got here, so 59 of these. Wow. 82, sell, don't kill. Look, you'll get a little bit of money back. It's not going to be much because the condition of these sucks. But what we've got to do is get rid of 20 something. Oh, slow way of doing this one at a time, but what the heck. Keep going. 17, 18, 19, 20, that's 62, 61, 60. Let's just say 60. Sell those. Lovely. Tick the box, all of them. Upgrade to $2 million. Thank you. And this needs to get back up to 444 once we hit go again. So what we're doing is proving that the line maths works. This one started out on 204, it's now on 210. It's still balancing in. This one started off on 200, it's on 194. It'll get back, going up, see, slightly, 195. It'll get back up to 200 shortly. This one, 444, it was on. I'm hoping that we don't... We're not going to build up too much there. It'll get back up to 444 shortly too. Just let the game play, and look, by the way, we're over 102 million now. This is the part of the game, the start of the game, where that money just really starts to take off. All you got to do is just sit here and yibba yabba, and look what happens. You know, it just keeps going up, up and up. I mean, the next one is Transport Tycoon. I think that's at $1 billion, which is 1,000 million. It's not that far away, surprisingly, especially playing at 4 times speed. But look, we've got all the line rates here ticking over nicely. They're nicely balanced. Let me have a look at this fella there and see if it's reporting on the correct line rate. Come on, give me a train. Thank you. Well, okay, 404. See, told you had one too many trains. It's back to 400, which is money in the bank for us because we saved maintenance on one train. Thank you very much. Good stuff. All right, quick episode today. This one's 200, 442, beaut. I'm going to go and upgrade the rest of these, and I'm not going to bore you to death with that, because all you have to do is follow these numbers down in this column. That's all I have to do. I'm going to spend a lot of money, but I'm going to save a tiddly bit every year on maintenance. And the best thing, this traffic jam is nowhere near as bad. Right, you keep talking to yourself about that. In town especially, will reduce the traffic, or all these horses and carts in town. Look, the original horses could have been used up to 1907. These ones, you can replace them in 1870 if you wish. You probably don't really have to, but do they look better? I don't know. They look like funereal wagons to me, which is, yeah, I suppose they look better. And I'm just using the standard covered one. I mean, I could have used just the one without the covering on the back, but then you've got to muck around depending on, well, what product does it carry and all that sort of stuff, and I'm really not interested in doing all of that, so come on, Mr. Horsey, nice feet, dude, lovely feet. Let's see what 20 kilometres an hour looks like in, let's go normal speed. Yeah, no. I suppose if you're just wanting to kill a bit of time. But look, I want to play the game, so I'm at least going to go double speed and check out this road. I haven't been over this bridge yet since I built it, so we'll do that. And in the meantime, that was Horse Enomics. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, well, I'll see you then. Hooray for now. Bye.